Herzlich willkommen zu Journey to the Château de Colombe hier in Saint-Baudel, Frankreich.
Bonjour à tous et bienvenue à Journey to the Château de Colombe.
And of course now to our English-speaking friends, welcome to Journey to the Château de Colombe here in Saint-Baudel in the department of Cher. We're here.
Welcome to our chateau.
Welcome again to Journey to the Château de Colombe.
Yeah.
Colombe, as the,
Colombe.
yes, as it's pronounced here.
And we are in the Grand Salon in the chateau talking to you today.
Which, for orientation purposes, we call it the Pink Salon, which used to be a dark red salon, and it's so faded.
Right. You can see here the very pale pink color that it used to be, or that
It
it
almost
is.
matches my
But
skin
it-
color.
But it was more closer to this color originally than it was.
Yep.
To,
So we had our first week here, and we all made it. So
We did.
all the dogs are here.
Yep.
We're here.
Yep.
My parents came here.
they were great. They took care of the first dogs that we brought over.
Yes, for 2 weeks
Yeah.
they were here, and they were just amazing. With
We couldn't have done it without them.
no,
So it was great.
Thank you.
Yes.
Again. So that was really fantastic.
Right.
We landed in Frankfurt, and it was a bit of a chaotic logistical thing to do.
Right,
But they
right.
got the dogs got into thank you to Lufthansa. They have this amazing facility in Frankfurt for anyone who wants to fly in animals to Europe.
Right.
That's
That's the place to go.
Really great.
Is go to Frankfurt first.
And they take every animal out of their crate. They let them run. They see if there is anything that needs to be cleaned up. They will clean it up. I mean, they were really fantastic.
Yeah.
And then we drove here and got here at 3:30 or so in the morning.
Right.
My parents got back up, which was really nice. And we thought, oh, what the heck, let's have it. So we had some wine, and we have to thank Doris, our dear friend in Hamburg, for organizing our transport to the chateau.
Right.
We couldn't have done it without her. So, Doris, we love you.
Thank you.
And for almost 1 week, we basically have been trying to recover a bit because it was a bit exhausting.
Right. We've got jet lag, and the pretty big difference. It's a 7-hour difference in time change difference. So
Right, and we have dogs who are, they're terriers, so they are very thick-headed, and for 6 days, they did 5. They did nothing else but break out.
right.
Out of a
It was
fenced-in front yard.
it was a little bit of
Our neighbors think
corralling
we're
the
nuts.
dogs for a while to get until we're able to figure out the best way to keep them without exploring all of France. So
Right,
but
so we already met neighbors who brought dogs back.
Yeah.
Well, not really, but they
Right.
saw there's a dog. People heard about us with the crazy dog people, and so
but it's all good. now.
it's great. I mean, it's re-fenced in.
Right.
So that's what we did this
Right.
week. We re-fenced in the front courtyard, the owner yard.
Right.
Not what we had in mind.
No, and we're already making plans for what we can do because ideally the majority of the property is behind the chateau. So what we would like is for the ability for the dogs to be able to then mainly to be behind the chateau in the large acreage that we have that's behind.
Yes.
So what we're doing now is just trying to figure out what part of it, how we're going to divide it up, and how to contain them in the back until we can actually do more in the back, because Patrick did find that we actually do have a wall around the garden, and I explored there some more and found out that that wall actually that's the north side.
Yes,
that's the north side. The wall actually is the full north side of the property, so it actually goes all the way back to the back corner of the property.
Now, don't get too excited, because it's the ruin of a wall.
Well, yes, there's places where the wall like goes all the way to the ground and then comes all the way back up again. So
Yes.
yeah, that's a lot of work that needs to be done to get the wall back. So
Well, it's a 10-year plan, right?
right.
So, we finally did some exploring, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we had this. So here in the Pink Salon, we have. Well, it's a cabinet which used to be a door.
Right. It's basically
Or
kind of
was-
like it's an open.
Doorway, kind of. Well,
They had it as kind of like an open shelving unit, right? So
Yes.
it's basically where a door sort of looks like it should be, and it has just the same wallpaper here in the back of it, and has glass shelves and a light inside. So it was kind of like for a little,
knickknacks.
yeah.
Tchotchkes.
I didn't know if anyone would know what that word. I didn't say that word because I didn't know how that would go. But yeah, so
Souvenirs.
right. So one of the exciting things is that Patrick had found that the next salon behind us here is the smaller salon, which currently we call the blue salon because
It's blue.
that's the color it is.
Wow, it's so creative.
And it actually has an alcove with two side closets in the alcove, which you may have seen from a previous vlog. And so what Patrick found in the left alcove, which we'll show you pictures of, is that there was actually a door there. And it looked a lot like the door that we have that is currently in the dining room, which is also a door that is kind of a display case, kind of a piece of architecture that it mirrors. So we have like the regular door on the one side, and then you have a matching on the other. That's actually a non-functioning door, but it's actually just a.
True, but none of these were supposed to display anything.
No.
These were actual doors.
They were
that
meant to go
used.
for people to go through, for
So
whether it
it's-
was
just to make that clear.
whether it was a place for the servants to serve the dinner from the linen room, or from the butler's pantry. It was places for the servants basically to use to
enter
access the
and
room.
the
right.
door that is here behind me is actually there was a bathroom.
Right.
Well,
And so what Patrick found is that was such a similar door to what we saw on the opposite side of the chateau in the dining room. Then it was like, you know what? Patrick said, I think that might be the door that goes into the Grand Salon. And so sure enough,
It fits.
we ended up bringing it in here, putting it on, and it fits perfectly. It's exactly where it's supposed to be now.
So that door is right behind me over there.
Right.
And by goes the tractor with these ginormous round bales of hay that they
yeah.
loaded up. So we are really rural here, and they're making hay. The grains are ripening for the first harvest because they have 2 here a year. God, what else? I mean, it was a bit of a
Right. And so
overwhelming week.
right, and we've kind of been like all over the place because we have got so many ideas and we're so excited about getting started on so many different projects, and it's kind of thinking about, well, what do we want to do first? And primarily it's been right now it's pretty much been just focusing on getting the dogs situated more than anything else. So one of the things that we purchase a lot of the furniture that's here in the chateau.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the pieces was a piece that was in the dining room, and that is
It's like a Welsh dresser.
it's like a small,
but-
it's not too big. It's a smaller dark wood.
But since it's French, it can't be a Welsh dresser.
Well,
but
no.
it's a cabinet
No.
for china with a drawer and a display case.
And it's quite
display
old.
shelf.
It's quite old.
It's mid 1500s.
Yeah, you can tell from the way that it's carved with the decoration carved in it. That's quite an old piece of furniture.
It is.
Yeah.
Never been my favorite, but
No, but we decided that we liked it, and so we want to use it, but we thought it would be better for us in the kitchen. So we had decided that we were going to move it from the dining room to the kitchen. So one of the first things that we needed to do was
Empty it out.
Empty it out, because when we opened it up, we found out that it was still full of china and cups and dishes and things. So
And earthware, and so,
Right.
yes.
So-
So that was fun.
right. So we have a video now to show you of us with Patrick's parents while they were still here, emptying out and moving the furniture to the kitchen.
Have fun. Hello from Journey to the Chateau. Guten Abend from Journey to the Chateau zu unseren deutschsprachigen Freunden.
Guten Abend.
And we're just getting started slowly but surely. After truly exhausting weeks, moving across an ocean with the dogs and all was just incredibly, how do I say that nicely, Stuart?
It was just exhausting.
Well, I said that before, but
Yes.
that's not, it was more than exhausting.
Yeah.
It was, there were moments when I thought, I'm going to have a stroke or a heart attack any moment now. Anyway, so we have decided that this Welsh dresser-ish thing, trench, it was probably from the 1500s. Maybe original to the Chateau, who knows? I'm not going to make this up, but it's an assumption. We're going to empty it out and take it into the kitchen, where, because it's so beautifully rustic, where we think it should be.
Right.
And
It's a more appropriate place for it to be.
right, and so we have a Louis XV dining table. Having this is just not quite our idea of a coherent dining room.
Right. And we were actually quite fortunate that the family who lived here before actually did leave quite a lot of things in the cabinetry. So what we're going to do is we're going to empty it out so you can see all the stuff that was inside of it.
And there's beautiful, there is the good, the bad, and that's good, will go, the moose kind of
Yes.
assortment, and that's a great thing. Thank you.
Okay.
All I want
Streublume.
Darf ich in die Hand nehmen?
Ja, natürlich.
Ja, und alles auch mit Gold.
Ja. Und sind die nicht niedlich?
Actually, they're both very pretty, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I think the gold is 50s and these flowers are 30s.
Yeah.
And they have the flowers on the inside too.
Yeah.
And during the war, Meissen had, during the First Great War, Meissen had little cups where there was a flower in the center.
Yes.
And they called it Blümchenkaffee. So
Because you didn't see it until you
flowery
finished
coffee.
your coffee, yes.
No, it's called flower coffee or, flowery coffee because that coffee was, you had to stretch coffee, right? You didn't make strong
Right.
coffee. You poured it, you could still see the flower. That's why it was Blümchenkaffee. Die sind doch niedlich, ne? Oder haben wir nur leider eine von?
Ja, das ist immer so. Ne?
Jo.
Reicht ja auch zum Ausstellen. Ja, können die nicht draus Kaffee trinken.
So my parents left a few days ago and they're on their way back to good old Germany. We have made some plans and as we talked about before, the best laid plans are, one of the things we said, we can live with this kitchen for years. No, we can't.
No. Sorry. It's going to be more of a priority than we thought.
So yes,
Yeah.
so we have, we're very lucky. We have a completely functioning shower, bathrooms.
Right.
But I mean, there is one functioning shower for the chateau.
Right.
And since my cousin Angela is coming tomorrow,
Yeah.
we just have to rotate. So that's going to be fun. And good Lord, I'm forgetting things.
Well, I think you wanted to mention she's coming here to help us with.
She's going to stay here to help us a little, and she loves gardening. She's actually was the one who introduced me to organic gardening or biological gardening. So that's really exciting, and it's always interesting to have someone here to look, see the surroundings through their eyes and their comments.
And give an opinion on what they think about things. Yeah. Exactly.
So I mean that's going to be fun.
Right. And I know one of the first things that we're going to be working on is we have a lot of overgrowth in the front courtyard.
Well, I wouldn't call it overgrowth. It's it's gravel.
There actually should not be any growth at all in the front courtyard.
But it's, I mean, so the former owner, so is going to turn 90 in January.
Yeah.
She lived here all on her own for 13 years.
Yeah.
And so it was a bit much to keep up. Oh, I
sure.
forgot something really big.
What was that?
Did we already talk about that? We bought a car.
No, we did not talk about that.
Oh, we bought a passenger car.
That was, yes, we did.
And may I add,
Yes.
it was all in French.
Yes, you did a great job with that.
It was. And then I had to, the car salesman handed me the phone, so I had to talk to the lady at the insurance company. And
In French.
everything
Everything
was
was
in French.
Patrick did a great job.
Well, I just, I beg to differ, but it worked.
You did.
It worked.
You've had everyone you've asked. We went to places, to buy, rakes and garden tools and stuff, and everyone who, Patrick always excuses his French whenever he talks to people, and people always and the French people here always say, "Oh no, your pronunciation is beautiful." They always tell you
it's
that.
just the vocabulary that's missing.
Well. It's more than me.
But
so.
it's and it's slowly coming back, and the self-confidence with it comes back too.
Yeah.
But So that was actually really quite. So we bought a really lovely used car, and we're picking it up in 2 days or 3 days. 2 days. So we're excited about that.
Yeah. Then we can we don't because right now we have a rental car that we're using, so then we can have our own car and not have to be paying for a rental car to get around.
Right. And so we we have 2 rooms that have truly old wallpaper. One is this pink faded salon which is
that we're in right now, right here.
So and this is not salvageable.
No.
And then the huge bedroom above us also has really old wallpaper.
Right.
And we decided to start this coming week, which starts tomorrow. No, wait.
No, it doesn't.
Wait, when does it actually start? I don't even know. I am.
Well, I would say this coming weekend. How about
Weekend.
that? Yes,
It's
there you go.
in 3 days.
Right.
We give ourselves a little more time, and then we are going to take down the wallpaper.
Right.
Or start to take down the wallpaper.
And we're not going to,
in the entrance hall.
Right. I was going to say it doesn't make any sense to just start taking everything down all at once, right? So,
no.
And we sort of decided that the rooms we were going to focus on first was the entrance hall. Because we know that's all wallpapered. I don't know if you may not be able to tell from some of the photos.
1950s delight.
But it is all wallpapered everywhere in that entrance hall. And we do know from looking at from some places where the wall was ditched. With
there are big bubbles.
Yeah, and some of the plaster that's underneath is actually behind the wallpaper. You can feel that the plaster is crumbled behind the wallpaper.
It's completely decaying. I mean,
So
we have bubbles
we're
like
expecting
this.
that when we get the wallpaper off of the walls in there, that we're going to have quite a bit of falling plaster and things coming down. So
Yes, so there's going to be a lot of replastering, sanding,
Right.
doing it again, sanding, doing it again.
Right.
And then we're going to paint it, and that's exciting. So,
And the other thing is that since we're taking everything down, one other thing that we can mention is the lack of electricity in the entrance hall.
there is electricity in the chateau, but
in
there's
the
not a
chateau there
single
is, yeah.
plug in
Not
the
in
entire
not in the entrance hall.
nothing.
Not a single plug at all.
So something we need to fix eventually. I mean, not next week.
No, maybe the week after that. Yeah.
We have learned through, this is our 3rd renovation, and we went from contemporary to mid-century to 17th century. And we're sitting in a room that was built in 1640. So every renovation has different issues, and we learned over the renovations we've done together that you always double the time that you think it will take you.
Right.
Let's just quadruple that this time.
Right. Yeah. Not to mention the budget and the cost that you have to.
Oh, good grief! Yes. So,
double.
but it's. I mean, look. This is what we wanted. This is was
Right.
a dream or desire of ours.
It's
and,
right where we want to be right now. Yep.
And quite frankly, it's magical.
It is.
So thanks for watching. I hope we see you next week.
Bonne journée.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please use the like feature to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Journey to the Chateau YouTube channel if you would like to see more. Once you've subscribed, you can tap the notification bell in order to ring it, which will allow you to receive all notifications from our channel. Thank you.